coming back on.
It won't. I need a new stream.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know why I did it.
Well, I can't sit here and dilly-dally on this. I gotta move.
Okay. Hello, guys.
Okay, well, you didn't miss much.
Yeah, but she did have to, because it was, you know.
I had to
drying up
move
on the
because I
floor.
already put my stuff out there.
Yeah.
All right, I put the clear layer down, brayered it out, as thin as I possibly could, and you can see how it got attached there, and you can see the.
Sorry about that, guys. What a cliffhanger moment to be leaving on. Well, you can do it again, right?
Well, this needs to dry, so yeah. Check that out.
But we're gaining our people back. Do give those thumbsy upsies as you come back in, because this was great.
But isn't this wonderful? Okay, so now I have this lovely piece of, you know,
Yeah.
an edible that, you know, I can use in a lot of different places. It's now sealed,
Yeah.
I think.
And maybe you should do, do another one and see if it...
And then I have this business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, if you guys, especially those of you that are so willing to pop back over here and all that, please do give those thumbsy upsies, because I'll have to part 1 and part 2 of this here stream. Yay!
All right, well, it just so happens, remember I had that other one that I was like...
Well, that's okay. There's a part 1, Shelly or Margle, and, you know, part 2 will be over here on the second stream. You know, it's all right. We're rolling with the
Okay,
punches.
well, let's just get after this one again.
The breaker in the garage, I think because of this heat that's happening,
Oh.
has been a little temperamental today. And that is also where the router is. The router makes some of the stuff happen here, you know, like, you know, the internet. And the internet.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
The World Wide Web?
Yeah. Thank
All
you
right.
guys for coming back over. Yeah, it's a whole series. It's part 1 and 2.
I'm just trying to get enough here that we can get an idea of, you know,
Hopefully, well, and what
what
sucks,
it was that I just did.
what really sucks is, like, until that first part of the stream is rendered, people will be, like,
Stuck?
because they won't be able to read chat. So, you know, y'all feel special. You're getting like a, you know, a little side stream, a little side action.
Okay, all right. Opening up the ink again. See if we can do something similar.
Oh, it's on a different thing. It has to do with the garage stuff. Colleen, I wish it was as simple as just if we just turn off the AC. It's a different deal.
Okay, but why is my pen not working? It's not moving.
You need to get
I
more
don't know.
in there.
There must be something on there.
Well, I don't know that you're getting it there. Now you have more on there.
Give it a bit of stir about.
Yeah, stir it about. Yeah, that's
Stir it about.
Hi, Mimi. Yes, that's right. Those that, if you know, you know. You're definitely in the know. You were in the stream. We lost some. You moved on me
I did?
a little bit.
Well, this is just acting really weird.
That is not connected to the router.
Because what I noticed over here is the places where it was really dark, those transferred more better than all this little wispy
Well, yeah. I mean, that totally makes
dippity doo-dah.
that totally makes sense.
Oh well, it's gonna
Are
be,
you do you need to pour that in a little thing? Is what? Yeah. Or,
oh, now I got a bunch on the thing there. All right, now I think we're in the tall cotton. That's coming back.
well, what made the difference there?
I don't know.
You think it's just being on that different paint?
Well, this is very mealy. I mean, it's extremely bumpy. You can tell by the texture out there. I think it's also because I'm not sure, but I think that there's a certain way that you need to hold this in order to get maximum. But see, that's interesting too, because when you hold it more perpendicular to the page, you get more wispy. If you flatten it out,
More comes out.
you get more, you know, blobby.
It rolls down more.
Blobby business going on there.
Oh yeah, you could definitely use Sumier ink and all of that. I don't see why that would be a problem.
The thing about it is you want to make sure that it is not permanent ink. It's not going to come off as permanent. It's going to dry.
Well, right, but okay. So if there's two parts to this, yeah, like if you just want to draw on top of your painty papers or brayer offs or any of that, yeah, I mean whatever ink you want to use. But this was accidental in the fact that you can then get a transfer off of it. But in that case, it needs to be like
It needs to be fountain pen ink.
Yes, fountain pen ink. Something that isn't going to dry quickly or dry at all, basically.
It dries, but what it does is it's not permanent on it's not permanent on the surface. Yeah.
Yeah, because anytime, like just the moisture from my hands activated all of that ink, and yeah, that's why I was like, it's everywhere. Yes, it's everything in 2 parts today.
What is it?
Kalis, this is everything in 2 parts today. It seems as though. Yes, we're gonna go at it again.
I just think this is so much fun doing this. I really could do this kind of stuff for hours.
And be very happy with a
be
million little
very
pieces
happy.
of paper that had these scribbly bits and things. And
Yeah. It's just, you just go along. Oh, I'm going to do a little bitty oochie woochie woochie there. Oh, well, let's go along and then come back and yeah. This is where, you know, if you're upset with life, this is a really good thing to do because it's very zen. And did you see how it? I don't know if you can see that, but how it globbed up there. Oh, look at this. Is a really nice one. I can even play in the puddle on this one. Whoa.
oh,
And this will be a very strong line
hi
on
dear.
there.
Thank you guys for coming back in.
Oh, big puddle. No worries. We'll just take that and bring that down here and kind of use some of that. Use a little bit of this over here. Make some little cracky looking lines and because actually it's sitting on the surface.
Yeah.
It's not being absorbed into the paper, and this ink is meant to be used on paper.
Yes. Much like, all right, I don't know if any of you guys, those of you that are familiar with like inkjet printers and possibly printing on, there are certain vellums that inkjet printers, like it just sits on the surface. It never really dries. Which is something you can, there's actually a transfer technique that I've seen some people do. You can print, if you keep the sticker back to, so if you have sticker back paper, the glossy part of the sheet, you can actually print on that in your inkjet and very carefully then transfer that over to your gel plate. I can't remember who I saw do it. I was like, oh, that's pretty brilliant. I've accidentally done that, like, by, you know, just when I'm running labels, if I have a sheet that's, because I have ones that are 2 up, I've printed it on the wrong one. You know what I'm saying, right?
Y'all got that, right?
Y'all got that right.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe you just need to warm up your pen after you wash it off. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Because we're doing good stuff now. And this is, it looks black, but it's a very dark, like, green, pine green.
Yes, and those of you that are making it back, if you would give those thumbsy upsies, it would be very much appreciated, because then it'll let
Yeah,
people
'cause
know
this
about
is-
the second one.
Yeah. It's
Part
like,
2.
whoopsie.
That's probably who I saw needs to do it.
Yeah, she does some awesome stuff.
Yeah, she's kind of transfer queen.
And I don't, you know, I noticed that on the paper part of I don't think
No, it won't transfer.
it's already soaked into the surface. But okay.
That's kind of how that Akua ink stuff works too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I love my little pen. And then this is just like an extra added attraction. Excuse me, I have to blow up my nose. Pardon me. I haven't been drinking since I had my eczema outbreak. Wow, I can hear.
I have she has a gel plate. We got a speedball plate over here. I have a set of Akua inks. I've just not been able to get her to. We were going to give them away in a giveaway.
The whole thing about it is, you know, I haven't finished my,
Bye, Diane. Thanks for
I
playing.
haven't finished my relationship with my regular gel plate. And I feel like I would be cheating on my.
Well,
All right, now
maybe
let's
you're
try this again, and maybe we can.
You
maybe-
have an open relationship.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I should. But okay, that's plenty. You don't need to over, you know, whatever. And the thing about it is you want to make it as smooth as you possibly can, because you don't want this to suddenly have spots in between. Because we know that happens, right? Everybody knows that. I want it to be the most smooth
Yeah.
possible. No business going on here with the
Yeah.
brayer, you know,
Business.
wispy marks.
That's right, Wendy.
What did you say?
She says no gel plate adultery. She's keeping it, you know.
And I don't know that, you know, I don't think.
Oh,
you know
it's Blick acrylic. It's just a matte medium, basically, right?
and it says it's glossy, but it really isn't horribly glossy.
It's more of a satin. Ooh, Ah, that one's even better than the last one. See, it was good that you just need a little trial run. We need to shut down that stream and, you know, start a whole new one.
And then remember we had some kind of mushy ink out there too. So I don't know. It would probably be a good idea. But now this is sealed. I don't have to worry about it being...
Well, we're going to double check that one. We should
Oh,
check
yeah, we
your
should.
original one, actually. Because it's dried overnight. That would be the better.
Yes.
Because the other one's going to take a minute anyway.
All right. Well, let's just test it out here. Let me
Yeah.
bring back my...
And then show the Blickarilla, the bottle. That was in the other stream.
This is cheap polymer gloss medium. And it's Dick Blick's brand. And you know what? I think it's great. I don't really have a basis of comparison, as I don't use a lot of this other than, you know, making the diluting down. I just happen to have some clean water here.
Oh, Gayla says that she says that ink should stick to the plate with no medium. She does that frequently. Yes, probably 100%. P doesn't want to take the chance. Well, number one, she wants to seal the one. That's really what the whole purpose was, is to seal that ink onto.
I was not trying to make a transfer.
Yeah.
That just happened.
Yeah, because you've got to get that stuff sealed up because it's not going to dry. See, and it's still giving.
It's still giving.
Because it basically created a resist.
Well, and the whole thing is here is there must be places. See, look at that, where it didn't completely. You know,
give it another go with give it another seal.
All right. Well, let's see.
It's on a given.
This is some heavy duty stuff. Well, we've got one more plate to go here. And it's got some other stuff on it, which we don't really.
I don't know that. So Rhonda says, what about heat drying it?
I don't think the drying part's what the problem here is. It was dry.
Yeah. It's just not meant to, like, it reactivates with any bit of moisture.
Oh, that was a really good move there.
Sugar biscuits.
Piece of crap. Okay.
Miriam says seal it with a mix of Vaseline and alcohol.
All right, but see, the thing is,
Then
I can't rub it.
Yeah.
I cannot rub it. No rubbing.
Okay, she wanted to keep the design.
That's what happened to this one here, even when I did the Baron.
What stencil was, did you show a stencil?
What?
I don't know.
I didn't show a stencil, I showed a stamp.
Yeah, exactly. Probably everywhere where it wasn't dry, it probably didn't get the medium over. Or it was so heavy, like it created a resist. It just didn't, like the medium didn't get through it.
Wasn't enough there to. Well,
It's still given.
it still giveth.
Yes, I think that the Spectra Fix may be our next, for sure, situation. Some spray it.
Spray
just
stuff.
Seal that bad boy in.
Because this is a total pain.
Bye, Maya. I hope that you feel better.
All right, now. I don't know. I think maybe I got her this time.
You feeling better about that one?
I
Well,
don't
we'll
know.
see again, you know.
We shall see. We shall see. But I've got interesting papers, regardless. You know,
Yeah.
whatever happens here, it's all good.
Oh, she drew that all on, Fran, with the pen.
Yeah.
Are you
with
watching, Fran?
my glass pen, Fran?
Fran.
Look at that dichroic glass.
And it's then because she is using the because she's using the calligraphy ink, which is a pen meant for pens
Paper.
and paper.
And oh no, it's actually called fountain pen.
Fountain.
You want fountain pen ink can't have any gum arabic in it because it needs to flow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's right. She was heading upstairs. She wasn't here with that part of it.
Oh. Well, welcome back.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to still use some. I don't think there's very much left in here.
That's enough.
Yeah.
What paint was that?
Amsterdam. See what it's doing?
Yeah, I mean, any bit of moisture just makes that stuff go.
So you don't want to do a lot of brayering.
Yeah.
All right, let's put that aside.
Oh, thank you, Carol. I'm going to order some.
Now here's the one I just did. It's dry to the touch. See that? Nothing comes off on my finger. I already had mucky stuff on that.
That was there before.
That was there before. And we know that there's not any, I'm not using any, I'm using heavy body acrylics, so that's not a factor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try this one with, I think open is definitely a bad choice.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already got open ink.
We've got open. We've got open covered here. All right, let's just try a little bit of the Utrecht titanium white heavy body. See if that makes any difference. Because the Amsterdam is also heavy body,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
And you can really see the green color of the ink.
Yeah. I found
So
that
cool.
kind of interesting. That,
But then it grays out.
yes. It definitely did in that first one.
Yeah, you don't see green there. Just it's very interesting ink. I've never really encountered anything quite like it. I'm going to try to
Oh, yeah. I think you could definitely pull it with a chalky paint.
well, the thing about it is I think you want to stay with your heavy body, because you start getting loosey-goosey out there, you're going to end up with a puddle of mud.
Oh.
That's what I think.
That makes sense. Glad we're talking about this.
Me too.
Does that make sense to you guys? So, because the ink is so so
Transient.
transient.
What do I want to say? It moves about.
It is very quick to resolubilize or,
Yeah.
become mobile. You want to be careful with how wet of a paint you're using.
You want a thick paint. Mm-hmm. And that worked really well, that Utrecht paint. But now you can see I got it. It's still, you saw it was white, but it's not.
Yeah.
It mixed in. But we did get a nice.
It's almost the pale green.
Oh yes, one of my favorites.
And that one's open, so it's a good thing. Yeah.
Arctic.
No, not that one, but it's like the golden. This little, no, that's not the one.
It's like that.
But it's kind of like that, yeah.
Oh, it's here it is. Yeah, this open.
Mm-hmm. But look at that.
Oh, yeah.
It's about spot on.
I'll have to take this to Baltimore.
Put it in your makeup case.
Yeah. All right, well, now this is kind of, remember, this is the second round on the first one. So let's try a little more loosey-goosey paint here. We'll try some agave. No, let's use
That's
this.
right, Francis Jenkins.
No, we're going to toasted marshmallow, which is one of my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
What-oh?
I must have toasted open.
Here. Here.
Where'd you find that?
On this side.
Oh.
Magic.
Oh, it's not the same one, Mariah.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry.
Well, too late now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a shade off. My apologies.
Okay, now do you see what it's doing there? Coming up
Uh-huh.
through the surface there.
It starts to bleed.
It starts that right away. And I'm using tissue paper because I think this would be an interesting, you know, paper to use on your collage-y stuff. Well,
I think we've, have we fully explored this?
I believe that we have.
Are
but
there any questions?
Hasn't this been fun? I mean, I love stuff like this.
I do too.
Just love it. Boy, we got some good drying going. That's probably why that stuff dries so fast. Look at that fluffy
Hi, Lizima.
business going on there. All right, now what else did I want to? Well, I could go ahead and work on that tag.
You could.
My that stuff back up there, you know. I like to keep my work area. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of would be. I mean, any of you guys that are willing to, you know, try this out direct to your plate, we would love to, you know. Darcy,
Well, I would do
Eddie,
it. You know, I
Fran.
don't. And here's the thing: if I want to go over this now with a permanent marker and reestablish some of and make some of the lines very much more defined here, I can do that. Now, you know, this is interesting because this one really didn't blob out on me. But, you know, I whipped this one on the plate right after I finished doing it on the thing, so.
y'all kind of missed that because it was like right as the stream stopped. And she's like, I gotta go. I gotta get at this thing.
I gotta put this down. I've got a coat of Blickeric on here. I gotta. Blickeric. Gotta do something. No, no lollygagging.
Try the ink. Like, so if you have a fountain ink, Fran, and do it direct. Okay, no, it still has to be kind of a transfer situation because we want to see that part of it. But basically, instead of putting down the matte medium, medium, gloss medium, any type of medium to then seal the ink, you could just put it directly to the plate. Then you could kind of really get more, and probably ones that are stronger transfers if you were to just keep using the same and direct to the plate. Because the matte medium, the medium is sealing some each and every time. It's just where it's heavier, it creates a resist.
Now, here's the thing. I do not want to put this ink directly on my plate.
Yeah, that's why I said if anyone else wants to try that out.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Fran
not
might
doing
be
that.
our girl.
I am not doing that.
This is totally up Fran's alley. And I don't think she minds putting that stuff direct to her plate.
She very well may not, but I do. Okay, well, I don't have a plate open that I can start experimenting again with this. And this one's been covered.
Darcy has some calligraphy inks. No, I think that has to be those fountain pen. The calligraphy may be more permanent. Or dry quicker.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure it is because I used to use, well, I still do, I don't know where it is, a grinding stone and stick ink. And I know because I watched a whole,
Oh, that thing I sent you, I think.
where you grind your own ink on that grinding stone. It has a little water well down in this end, and you just move your ink, you grind it and put it down in there. But I know it has some kind of binding agent. Because I watched them, how they make it. I mean, some of that really expensive ink it takes them, you know, a year to make it or something.
Oh, if you want to buy really expensive stuff, because they have some that are hundreds of years old. Because they've been making it in the same place for, you know,
Yeah.
hundreds
But
of years.
it was absolutely a fascinating video. All right, well, I don't have, this is my thing. This is how I got,
Okay, Quink used to be fountain pen ink, but now she doesn't know. I don't know if Quink. I don't know how to say that. And Debsy says many calligraphy inks will work too. You just have to work hard to find pigment ink. See, Deb knows these things. She knows a lot about paper too.
I don't, you know,
hang out with
I've
some
never
smart people.
used this particular brand of ink before. I've always just used, well, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, okay. And Carol says non-waterproof ink is the key for the experiment. If it's not permanent, if it is a,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. If it's permanent, you know, it's not going to do anything. Well, it's not going to do what it did here.
Right.
It may do something. And remember, it needs to be on a surface that has already been painted over. Because remember, we didn't get any transfer when it was directly onto the paper.
That's
When
right.
when I did it on the paper. That part didn't transfer. Didn't come off onto the plate.
Okay, so it sounds like from Jeanette that the Quink stuff may be what you need, Fran, because she said that it's not permanent. So yeah, I think that that's the key, is that it's movable by water, and it's not going to be permanent.
Yeah.
Quink or what? Okay, with Wink. All right. Darcy gets the cheap old calligraphy sets at the thrift store, and that generally don't have much info. Well, I said give it a test. That might actually be really fun. Use all your inks, do them over the paints, and see which ones stick and which ones don't.
Yeah, and do keep track of your results.
Well, she's going to do a video. Yeah. Quink ink is the fountain pen ink from Parker. Say that 5 times. Woo!
Well, I don't know what I did with my other paper.
Oh, yes. I think that sounds fun, Darcy.
All right.
Yes, and over the paints. So get those brayer sheets out and just start doing some doodles on top of it. Slap it down on the gel plate. See what happens. Try it both ways, with medium and without.
Yeah.
And tell them that you saw it in a 2-part series over at PM Artist Studio.
Yeah. Don't forget that part.
When the stream went wonky. Yeah, that's funny.
All right, I'm going to pull this.
We'll start an internet sensation. Eddie's gonna do it with a Sharpie.
I would not use Sharpie directly on my plate. It stains it and it will never come off. I already know that. Somebody said that.
Well, I don't think they're talking about doing it directly to the plate. Because again,
Oh, they're going to do it on
the
here?
whole test is onto painted paper, onto plate, see what
onto a plate that has been coated with some sort of acrylic, clear acrylic.
That would be one thing, but then if anybody is daring or does not care about their plate, direct to plate. That's
well,
just
I
two
think
things.
this looks really cool.
I love that. It's very interesting. I know some people are like, really, is it? Well, then you're probably not at the right place.
Yeah.
If you find that interesting, you were at the right place. You found the right people. Clear gesso. I would not, here's the thing. Okay, so I read something. Oh, it was over in Gel Print Enthusiasts. Because I just happened to be over in that. They've been suggesting new things to me, and then I clicked them, and I think that they're in Makers, and then I was like, oh, well, shoot, I'm going to answer that anyway. I personally, this is where I don't think that you want to put gesso onto your plate.
I don't.
Here's the reason why. Now, some gessos, they're very close to basically being an acrylic paint. Just, you know, regular acrylic paint. But some gessos have
Okay, this is still wet.
stuff in it because its purpose is to prep the surface of canvas, of paper, of anything, so it has some grit or some kind of texturing medium or, you know, something in it to make the surface more ready for something else.
Yeah.
I think that that actually binds to the plate.
That would be my, I 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to try to get rid of some of this mealy stuff here on this, and I want to get some.
There you go. That would be the plate to use for it. One of her plates still has the marks from the Posca pins on it. So, yeah. And Darcy, yeah, the stains don't bother her. Because she's even used, like, the alcohol inks and things on her plate.
Yeah. I don't do that. Number one, I don't have any alcohol inks. Sharon has all of mine.
It's Sharon's shop. We've passed them along. Hello, Linda.
I'm just trying to get enough paint over the whole surface here, since I've now discovered that if you put it down into the white areas, it does not transfer. So I'm trying to get paint over the whole piece of paper.
Oh, Paula.
Okay, I'm just trying to get the edges up here.
Now what are you doing over there?
I'm just getting paint on this entire paper, and it's developed a wrinkle here for whatever the hell reason. So that when I use my pen on this now, and there may be some cool stuff going on with that kind of stuff too. I don't know.
Oh, how it... Well, it would reverse, because, like, anywhere that paper is still showing, the ink gets soaked up and does what ink's supposed to do, which is then drop.
Yeah. And stays in its
Yeah.
place. Now, it is still, if you wet it, remember
It's
one.
It's going to bleed out.
It's going to bleed out. What? Oh, here it is. Remember this little jobber?
Impasto, yeah, you can put impasto on the plate because you've actually, impasto is meant, one of its purposes is to mix with paint to make it more heavy body. Like, because it is a medium versus, like, gesso is to prep a surface.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'll look on top of this. But this is, I wanted to bring this back to remind you that this is clear texture gesso, and then I came in with a white marker. It takes it a lot better. You don't have skip marks where you have a slick surface
Yeah.
on your acrylic paint, because this is slick.
Yeah, certain ones where it gets real shiny.
Yes, and that's mostly the fluid acrylics, because this is all fluid acrylic here. This is the transparent red iron oxide.
Thank
But
you.
remember, here's this place where I wet it,
And it looks all like...
and it's all, yeah.
Oh, and then earlier on, I don't know who it was, but they said they really liked your little dancing people there. Kind of looks like a little cave drawing.
Lots of movement. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Miriam, the impasto is great. Like, if you are mixing some paints and say you want a more heavy body version of a paint that you have in, like, fluid, that's a great way to do it. Do keep in mind that it is going to alter the color of it slightly. The impasto makes it a little more dull, kind of dulls it out. But it does make it more heavy body. The other fun way to use impasto is if you want to do like glass bead things, because you can buy like you can either buy the texture paste that have beads or flakes or, you know, all sorts of things in it. It's a great medium to use to create your own, because you can buy those little glass beads by themselves in bags, or put your pencil shavings, mix that in with it, because then you can create your own texture but very heavy body.
You want to be careful with that. When it dries, they're like stickers.
Yes, that's true. It is highly dangerous texture. Splintery.
Trying to distribute that ink a little bit.
Thank you, Darcy. Yes, those of you that have come in, do say hello in the chat. Let us know that you're here. If you don't want to, that's okay too. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't. And do keep in mind, this is part 2 to part 1. This is a 2-parter stream because we had a little, you know, technical difficulty. So if you're watching this one, you know, go back to the other one. It might make a little bit more sense. But then again, who knows? She didn't understand the thing about the beads. So there's this really cool...
Oh, I'll get mine out.
Will you get yours out? You're going to show your beads?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Yeah, we went through a big thing with Lisa, Sirius Hecka, and Judy P. They're some impasto using people. But then one of the products that kind of came out around then, or came out, I'm sure that, you know, these things kind of are cyclical. They sort of come in and out of fashion. But like Seth Apter had come out with, I think he had 3 different types of paste with different things in them, and one of them was like a little glass beady type stuff, which this stuff is so cool. It's reflective. Like the stuff that we bought is actually what they put in paint to make it reflective for curbs and
we're not
whatnot.
going to be able to use this because it's all
you
dried
didn't.
out.
Yeah, you didn't put a super cover over it.
I didn't. Well, that's a bummer.
That is a bummer. You got your little glass beads down there?
I don't know where my glass beads are.
I think they might be in that cabinet because they used to be on the cart.
Glass bead paste. Well, let's see if this is...
She makes that one brown.
Yeah, this one.
But the cool thing is that, yeah, it makes a texture and then it kind of reflects light.
Can you hear them?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't use this on my
Yeah,
plate.
put that up into the technology so they can really kind of get an idea of... Yeah, you definitely do not want this because it would get embedded.
And if you pushed really, really hard, it could... Because all of these little crystals are probably not exactly...
Here, give me a little... in the- And as they dry, it really becomes more
It
shiny.
really... Yeah, it really does. Let me...
poop. It does. It looks like poop. It's kind of shiny poop.
No, it's a puppy dog. He's being chased by another puppy dog.
Because
One of-
they've all
one
been
of-
rolling in poop. They do that.
They do.
Oh,
His little ears are just flying through the air, and this one up here is a great big old dog, and he's got a great big head and little bitty short legs. This is just little doggy's nose here. Oh well. Yeah. Okay, so you get the idea. I just mixed.
I'm afraid of what happened to that first dog.
They're fussing.
Yeah.
They're fussing. Yeah. Make sure your lid's on good.
I forgot that I
These rounded lid things, they have a better sealer in them. See, this one has one in it, but probably what happened was I didn't close it down good, and this kept it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All dried up.
I don't know if I can get that out of there or not, and I don't know if that's worth my time. I think I'm just gonna chuck that and
Yeah. Feel good about it.
feel good about it. Let's see what else we've got here.
It's in motion.
Glass.
And then I don't know if those are ears on the back side or on the other side.
Okay, well, we have another one here that's. Oh, well, I'm making a lot of room here.
Oh, that's good. I told you to put some seal over that stuff.
Oh! Now, this is coffee. I like coffee too. Well, it's a little stiff.
This is about a year or two old, by the way. I'm pretty impressed that it's...
It smells really good.
So what's in the brown? That first one, there are glass beads.
With brown paint. This is brown paint with coffee. Smells like coffee.
I'm just happy it's not moldy. Because that does happen.
Yeah, it does. All right, I'm going to make sure that this is... I might just go ahead and put a little...
This is why things smell weird.
Like I said, these little jars, you really have to bear down. Okay, about those glass beads, you can buy them by the pound. Did you say that?
The other thing is that you want to make sure that if you do use anything, those glass, alright, anything that you use, what am I trying to say here?
Okay.
Don't cut anything that you have applied the glass beads to and is like all dry and whatever. Just make sure that it's like the last thing that you do.
Okay, this is some of that texture paste. I think Sharon sent this to us.
Maybe. Or it came in that sample thing, but I don't think it came
This
in
is
the sample.
fiber paste. I don't know. I used it, and I was like, not,
That impressed.
no. If I were to use this stuff, I'd just go ahead and buy the, oh, I don't, what is it called? You know, the light and fluffy.
He's rolling around.
Oh.
Rhonda says the third dog's not doing well. Yeah, he's done. He's just, you know, he's rolling around. He's still rolling in the poo.
Okay, well, anyway, this is coffee. This is glass beads. And what is cool is when this dries, I know you can't see it right now because it's all wet and everything, but when it dries, those little glass beads are still shiny.
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 They are glass. Oh, here, hold on. Let me, because we bought them on Amazon. I'll get you guys a link so you can look at them.
And I'm telling you what, be careful with them. I had them everywhere.
Yes. In fact, the reason we say be careful about your gel plate is because she actually got some in her tin, and then it took a while for them to come out of the plate.
I was really irked at myself. Because I think what happened is it got wrapped up in one of my, and I reused one of my baby wipes. I don't know that that's what happened, but that's what I'm going with.
Seems like a logical. Well, or did you buy the glass beads? Oh, no, here they are. Starfire glass 20. Nope, that's for the fire pit. Never mind.
And look here what happened here with that ink. Because this is the really slick, this is the fluid acrylic, and you can see the difference in how it
I think it's the, what is it?
oh, and this is coming off of my hands. Oh, that's great.
There we go. And yeah, coal, that's the one. All right. So, is it type? Basically, here's the stuff. It comes in different, like, microns and this, that, and the other. But this is the same company that we got, our brand. But I'll show you something that we made with it. Where is... Here, so this first one is coffee, but then show them the one page.
Oh yeah, this is the, I forgot,
Spooky journal.
spooky journal. Yeah, this is the beads right
Okay,
here.
and you gotta scoot up a little bit. Watch your ink there.
Let's just go ahead and
Yeah.
cap that baby.
Yeah.
Okay. This, can you
That's
see?
coffee. I'm pretty sure that's the coffee mix.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Now, that,
That's just regular light and fluffy. This is regular light and fluffy. I think that is too. Light and fluffy.
gotta get to the web page.
Just about there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Some more of this. Oh, look at those gears, Mariah. I forgot all about that. And there's my pyramid. There's my beetle. Check that out, friend.
Yeah.
You see that?
She's seen it.
She's seen it.
Y'all seen this. Well, now there's gonna be some of y'all that haven't seen this. That right there, the Webby business, is like, or is the glass beady stuff, and so is that. And then you can really see it in that one if you hold it up and give it a twist. And it was really cool because see how it pulled the color up, because I think that was just strictly mixed with like the impasto.
Yeah. The clear stuff.
So it gets really reflective. I wish you guys could, it doesn't show up as well here, but it's so cool because it almost looks stitched, but it's reflective.
Here's some more.
Yeah, it just doesn't show up on camera as well.
Well, I think that's it. Look at that spider. Isn't that a... Oh, man. We worked weeks on this. I collected materials for weeks before we ever even started. Pretty sure, doesn't this come up?
Yeah, there you go. There's a magnet there.
There's a magnet there. Did you hear it? I'm real proud of this Webby page here. My little creepy portraits.
They come out of there.
Yeah, they do. Those were embossed things.
I thought there was one more frame.
Ah! Glass beads.
Oh, yes, with the black. And that's also the one I learned that in the chopper, not so good, because I was like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
And a horny man.
I think he's done with the glass beads, too.
Yeah, he is.
See it sparkle, though, a little bit? It's so cool in, like, you know, real life.
Those pages were stuck together. I was very proud of this.
I think the Pitchforks has glass beads
Oh,
on
it does.
Wait, this was really thick.
See how thick they are?
Hold it up a little closer and get it to the side. They might be able to. Hey, Kathy.
Yeah, now when it's really cool is if it's dark and you have a flashlight, because Izzy and I did this.
Yeah, because that's what it's meant. Like I said, it's meant for like roadside,
Yeah.
you know, and signs and stuff.
Yeah. I think that's it. I don't know. No, that's that horrible stuff. It's plain.
Well, and that one that's just like texture paste within the watercolors, the metallic
The
watercolors.
metallic watercolors over the top. Yeah. Oh yeah, those are all my cool little tags. See, some of these are from
Abby.
Evie, the witches.
Could one use glitter glue for beadwork?
Oh, it's from Trish. But yeah. Yeah. Trish and Evie. This one maybe is from...
Like what kind of beadwork?
This is from Evie.
I mean, it'll hold down some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Glitter glue will hold some stuff.
Oh, and here's our little,
right.
here's our
That's
little
right,
witch.
She looks so little.
Double, toilet.
And that was just this last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, Trish. 22.
Yeah, so anything spooky stuff goes into this book.
Isn't that adorable? And that's from Trish. Those are, you know.
Oh, I think Evie did she did the Valentine ones.
Yes. And that's in my one journal that the black journal. This is I took one of those and it has texture paste on it, but this is a card that Lisa sent.
Those papers.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got 10 minutes.
Oh,
Can you pull any of those?
Oh, I pulled all of them except one.
Oh.
Already done that. All right, I'm gonna let you tie this back
I'll
up.
take it back over.
That's a heavy booger.
It is.
Those glass beads are partially what
They're heavy.
they are heavy. Well, it's a little bit. It feels a little bit damp. I don't know if it's gonna pull. I'm gonna have some. But remember, this is the one that was left over. Well, we've got some good leftover stripy stuff going on there. This was the one that it was the second time around.
Here. can't believe that stuff was still given.
I think it's very interesting. I'm going to continue my experimenting with that, and
I'm looking forward to other people's try
Yeah.
at it too, just to see kind of.
yeah, no kidding.
Maybe a new way to, you know, start some doodles.
A new way to start some doodles.
Indeed.
Or to get some cool looking, you know, background.
Yeah, with the scripty kind of.
With the scripty kind of, you know, business going on. I'm just going to go ahead and
Oh, do you want to show the?
finish this out.
You want to show the
Oh,
cards that we have so far that we're taking to Baltimore to give to people?
Yeah, I do. Very proud of these.
I know. We don't make bad cards. That's like so myself.
Now, these were made on, well, part of them. I shouldn't say all of
Now you
them.
gotta hold those up because they're little and you gotta be able to. Some of you guys may actually have versions of these because remember she started out with like kind of creating some master boards. So any of you that have ATCs from us might have ones that are in close to this series because they were off of a big master board thing.
Yeah, and these definitely, I made these during a live stream. I think I did this one too.
Mm-hmm. Well, that
Let's
was
see
the
what-
master board because you did about 4 or 5 different ones, and then we
I
had
did,
a ton
and
of
then we
cards
cut
after
'em
that.
apart.
Mhm.
Isn't that beautiful? You see that little edge there? And this one's done with 3-dimensional Mod Podge.
Yeah, or like it's kind of like those Nouveau Dot type glossy.
Yeah, this one goes like this.
Which I didn't. She didn't approve that with me. I don't like that personally, but
It's the way it goes.
I really like that one. It's very alien-y.
Looks like an alien.
Like a
master
panel
board.
off of a ship or something, you know?
The computer parts.
And I think that one has some, like, seriously old school stuff on it.
Yeah, it definitely.
It's been through many...
various in the sundry. This one's pretty recent.
Uh-huh. You can kind of tell sometimes, like, depending on what stencils were used and sort of what techniques.
I love this one because it's very
do
chalky
too.
and very dry.
It sort of looks like cave wall-ish.
Yeah.
That was part of that one series. And that's that little freebie.
Yeah, I like that thing. I need to find it. I lost it. But now check this out. See the color on the edges there?
So I snip it with the one corner, like the...
That goes in instead of out.
Yeah,
And
what
you
do
can
they
tell
call it?
Mariah did this because she does a lot better job on the backs than I do. Hey, this is Gears.
I love that one. That one's very old. Well, it's not, you know, but it's one of the older ones.
Yeah, it is. I like this one. It reminds me of some stuff that Patty
Stub.
Collie Parrish
They
does.
call it stub. There's a scallop and a stub. Yeah. So we still have a few more to make. Actually, 9. Hopefully we'll get to that and making my Maker's Moon project.
Oh, what, Monday makes?
No, that will be just a Kiko's journal thing. But
Ah.
hopefully I can get up here this
Oh,
evening
that's right. You're gonna.
to finish those
I
things
might
out.
have to have a nap this afternoon.
I thought you were gonna, you know, make dinner and whatnot
Not today.
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we can, you know, kind of wrap this up.
A little early.
22, I believe. Or 21 people. Something like that. 21, 22 people. We're supposed to make 22 things. One, because Joan's not able to make it this year, Patty's going to send her stuff to her. So we're bringing 22 things. So, good times, for sure. Aw, Sandra, hello. Come back and watch with. This is a two-parter, by the way. So those of you that
Not
are coming in,
intentionally.
do keep in mind that this is, part 2 to part 1 of the earlier stream. Had a little technical thing happen here. Router went down, but that's all right. We worked right through it. Y'all came over. Love that. So we will be back here on Sunday, revisiting probably more. Are you going to put some of these things in the
Yeah, I'm going to
your book?
I'm going to be more organized to do that. But I needed to do this first because when I was messing around with this, it was like I was going to do the book today. And then I thought, well, this is some cool
Yes.
stuff.
And I was like, yeah, you definitely need to show that. I think it'll be fun. 23. Oh, I thought we were making 22. Well, I can add one.
Yeah, you cull some of those.
I could have sworn Patty said 22.
Somebody said 24?
No, 23, she says. All right. Well, I'm glad we had this conversation. All right. Well, no worries there. We shall see you guys back here on Sunday. Thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.